Hey everybody, welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new here, then welcome. It's good to see you. I'm glad you made it. You're definitely in the right place. You know, between the just for today daily reading and the SPAD reading, the spiritual principle a day reading, I always hear at least something, even if it's something small. I always hear something that either makes my day go a little bit better, or maybe I hear something I just needed to hear. And lately, the best part of my days is I get to share it with you. So, wow, December 5th. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. And yeah, uncomplicated faith. Wow, prior to recovery, I'm not sure if don't think I had much faith in anything. When we find ourselves obsessed with a complication in our lives, we will do well to sharply remind ourselves of all that is going right. Just for today, making mountains into molehills, January 19. Once we have been in recovery for a while, we discover that unmanageability can be caused by things other than the use of drugs. Some difficulties we face are the oh, sorry, result of factors other than our disease. This can be especially frustrating after we put so much work into gaining freedom from our disease. Developing the ability to make and keep plans to set and achieve goals for ourselves, we were stuck in a rut. We were stuck in ruts for so long, and finally we are going somewhere. And then complications arise. Someone cancels on us at the last minute. The bus is late. Money we were counting on doesn't come through on time. External complications are a fact of life, and they sometimes make our lives more difficult to manage. For people who are well versed in unmanageability, our tolerance for complications not of our own making can be surprisingly low sometimes. Acceptance and faith often go hand in hand, especially in these moments. One real danger to our practice of faith comes when we obsess over complications. Rather than simply addressing an issue head on, we are prone to begin thinking about it and keep thinking about it, and about precisely how much the complication is interfering with our plans. Self centered obsession is familiar territory for us. What better place for us to go when things aren't going our way? A member shared, I can have 99 things going right for me, but all I can think about is the one thing that isn't. Sharing with other addicts can help us move our obsession back to faith. When our sponsor suggests a gratitude list, it's not about pretending that difficulties or hardships don't exist. It's about getting a better perspective. Taking a more objective look at our lives helps us reconnect with faith. Yes, something is going on wrong, but in many other areas, our lives are going better than we ever could have managed on our own. We will be okay, in fact, we already are. When something goes wrong, I don't have to pretend that I'm happy about it. I do, however, need to make sure I'm not giving it more attention than it deserves, especially when compared to all that is going right. Amen to that. That's a very good reading. Because for myself, like in my early recovery, you know, I thought I would. First, I thought maybe if I tried to start some, good habits or good routines for myself, like for example, get in the habit of, doing some minor exercises every morning, you know. So I started doing that. I was doing like some different style of push-ups, but I was only spending about 8 minutes a day, if that, doing it every morning. I would do it in the morning, 8 minutes. That's it. Off an app on my phone, and I ended up rupturing my rotator cuff, and I couldn't. I couldn't even barely put a jacket on or even change my shirt for 6 months. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. All for just doing some minor exercises. Like, how do you pull a rotator cuff doing push-ups? Like, that doesn't make sense. And then another thing, and that's frustrating, and I'm pissed off, and where I tend to make issues. But another time was, after I had moved into my new place, not right away, obviously, but because since I've been clean and sober, I haven't had a decent sleep. Like, I'm up through the night. I'm waking up all hours. I only sleep, if I'm lucky, for an hour, hour and a half at a time. And which is very frustrating. But because of my, well, I don't know if it's because of my recovery or what, but since I've been in recovery, I've experienced sleepwalking. You know, I remember when I was still in treatment, I woke up standing in the middle of my doorway from my room in the hallway of the treatment center. Like, that's messed up. But in my new place, you know, I'd wake up, standing in different areas of my apartment. Or one time, you know, I woke up because I fell backwards into the tub in the bathroom. Like, what the hell am I doing in there? Yeah, but my point, I guess, bringing that up is that I guess I'd fallen asleep, I guess, on my arm or something from being on the computer, and pinched a nerve or something, and I couldn't lift anything or use my right hand at all for just over 3 months. I mean, I couldn't hold a cup of coffee, for crying out loud. It's Yeah. I mean, it's all better now, and I got full use of my everything. But those are the kind of things that I'm struggling with being a sober person. Thank you, everybody. Oh wait, did I even read that yet? Yeah, I did, didn't I? See, I'm already losing track of where I was. So thank you for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. Bye for now. Oh yeah, and hit like and subscribe because I want you in my community. Okay, bye for now.